everybody. It's Brett Larson here. Again, we've got some more help for you. So let's say for the holidays, you got yourself a new printer, huh? Like maybe this fancy HP DeskJet here. Check this bad baby out. Now, listen, one of the nice things about OS 10.2 is the printer drivers are built into the system for the most part. I have to give you a little caveat there. Epson printers, unfortunately, they're not built in, so you are going to have to download some drivers for that. We've got details on our website. I'm getting to that. So first, let me show you how to make this work. So here's my new Epson printer that I just got. Actually, it's Hewlett-Packard. I was going to try and pick it up and run out of here with it before anybody noticed, but obviously weighs a little too much for that. So it's a USB printer, so I'm going to plug the USB printer port in back there. That's all good and plugged in. And I'm going to come over here to my computer, my iMac. It's all plugged in. It's all set up and ready to go. I'm going to open up Print Center here. And as you can see here in my printer list, look at that. It's already been added, DeskJet 950C. Now, if that didn't pop up, what I would have to do is I'd have to click on the Add Printer icon, and it's going to take it a second here. I guess it's too late in the year to be singing holiday tunes, huh? Okay, so now I'm going to go in here to USB printing, and then you can see there it is again, DeskJet 950C. I could add that printer. It's probably going to give me some sort of error message and say, "You fool, the printer's already added. What are you trying to pull my leg here?" There it goes. It added the DeskJet 950C. Now, if you have multiple USB printers, the nice thing about OS 10, you leave it on auto printer, and as you just unplug and replug those printers, they'll just keep loading the right drivers for it. Now, I'm going to go in here and let's print something to make sure this works. Look at that. Hi, I'm Brett Larson. I like Macs. I'm going to print. Say print. Let's see if the print dialog comes up. Look at that printer, DeskJet 950C. Click on print, and now if I step back here to the printer, this is more exciting than a cooking show, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, oh, here, it's starting to print. I was going to say, I was running out of things to make banter with you while you're sitting at home going, "Wow, Brett, you're really slipping down that slope, aren't you, kid?" All right, here we go. So now it's going to print for me. So you see, it works out really well. It's very simple. Now, I did mention Epson, and as promised, I told you I'd give you details on how you need to do that. You need to head on over to our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. We've got download information for Epson drivers, and I've got install tips on how to make those Epson drivers work. And, of course, if you're still sitting there and you're not getting what I'm getting that says, "Hello, I'm Brett Larson, and I'm a Mac user," and you're pounding your fist on the table, why don't you drop me an email? It's brett@techtv.com. Good luck.
Thank you, Brett. Now, if you're going to search for things on the web all day long, why not try it and win some money at the same time? Kat, I think you've talked about this kind of stuff before.
I have talked about this before. I've shown you places on the web where you can go to sign up for sweepstakes and win prizes and money that way, but this is actually a search engine called i1.com that allows you to constantly be entering to win just by searching.
Ooh.
All right?
All right.
Now, the site is kind of a mess. I mean, it's not the easiest site in the world to look at. It's kind of confusing, but it's easy to use because it's powered by Google. But I suggest, again, as I suggested with the other sweepstakes, that you sign up for a private email address, not the one that you use every day, but one that is a free one that you can just send all the spam to, because signing up for these things does involve spam. This is i1.com.
I mean, you get spam. You don't send spam.
Right. Yeah, you get spam because that's how it works. That's how they get money, I'm assuming. Okay, so we go to the site and we search. You have to sign up to have an account with i1.com, and then once you have the account, you can search without the account, but then you can't win the money. So, all right, so Pirillo. I look for Pirillo, and it's powered by Google. See how there's all this stuff around?
Dang, yeah, it's loud.
Just ignore it. Once you go ahead and search, it returns results just like Google.
Oh, yeah, my blog, my wife's blog, my website Locker Gnome.
Right. So, I mean, it looks, that's tolerable, right?
Yeah, but I hope I am.
No, not you.
Oh.
The website, silly.
Oh.
So let me show you the sign-up process and why this is kind of annoying, but if you're a person that likes to win, then you can do it here. When you sign up, what it's going to do is it's going to take you to a page like this, and this allows you to enter all these different contests, okay? And you can win a lot of cash. They give away $10,000 a day, they give away $1 million on tax day, and they give away all kinds of cash and prizes every single month. So when you sign up, you're going to be bombarded with a page like this. Just go ahead and check them all, sign up for the account, then you're ready to surf under your name. Yay, hi, Kat. Okay, so it knows it's me, and it's entered me to win all of these cash and prizes. Hopefully, I'm going to win $10,000 bucks. To find out if you won $10,000 bucks, you go to this bar on top. This is the only two things you're going to care about on this website, is this bar and this bar. Oh, and I was talking to some people in the chat room about this website, and they suggested not installing the toolbar that they have because, you know, Google has a toolbar. Well, iOne has one too. They said don't just stay away from it. But what you do is you come to this bar up here, and you click on it, and you find out who the winners are for that day.
Me.
You think you're a winner, huh?
I know I'm a winner.
What it's going to do is it's going to tell you who was the winner for that day. Look at this guy.
Actually,
he won
I'm more
10 grand.
an autumn. Guy looks like Brett.
That doesn't look like Brett.
Yeah, he does.
So that's kind of cool. So what I suggest you do, it'll email you and they'll call you if you've won. But to find out, you can just go to the website, and that's also where you can find out about the annual winners if you've won $1 million on tax day. So it's worth using it. You can use 100 entries a day, and it'll enter you 100 times a day to win the weekly prizes.
Ooh.
iWon.com is the name of the website if you want to try and win some money, but you got to share it with me if you win. You'll find all the details on our website. The address is techtv.com/callforhelp. Send me some emails, cat@techtv.com. Are you a winner?
Yeah, I told you. Don't give me a choice, because we know what I'll take.
Because you're a loser. No, you're not. I'm just kidding.
Up next, we're going to check our inbox and take a look at the message boards as the third hour of the Call for Help-A-Thon winds down. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. What do you mean 74 hours to go? I think it's more like 15. Hey, welcome back. We're about to check our message boards and emails. I wanted to point out we did have Andrew Hahn and Tom Merritt, a handful of people, including some viewers on the message boards, posted a link for Sean, dll-files.com. Another one is internet-help.net. These links, again, are on our message boards right now. That's where you can find DLL files. And Tom Merritt, our senior web producer, I think that's his official title. Supervising. Thank you, Paul. Also said just go to Google and search for the DLL file, and that will probably pull up as well. So, Kat, what other kind of questions you got in your hand?
I just saw a funny one that I can't read.
I'll read it.
It doesn't do me any good.
No, I can't read it. But if you go to the message boards, you can read it right now. It's the third one down.
Third one down on what?
It's on what's on today's show.
I'm looking at that. I don't see any.
Go look.
Never mind. Got it. All right. Kat, what kind of questions do you have?
This person wants to know, has anyone had a CD shatter in their drive? Have you ever had one, Chris?
I've never had one personally, but I know that it has happened before.
Yeah.
Because the driver is spinning so fast. I mean, 52 speed or more.
Right.
It's spinning at 52 revolutions per second. Okay. And CD can't handle that sometimes. It'll shatter. Literally, it'll come shooting out of the drive like that. It can be painful.
So how would you clean it up? Just vacuum it out, maybe?
How do you clean up a broken CD?
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
just
if parts
pick them up.
got caught, that's pretty dangerous.
You got to be very careful with that. That's why that CD tool that we have as the free file, or had as the free file, is good. So.
Oh my goodness.
Any other questions, real quick?
Yeah, we got an email here. This person wants to know, what is a partition?
A partition is a kind of a section on the hard drive that is set up for a particular drive letter. Like a C drive could have one hard drive could have many partitions, like a C, D, E, or just have the single partition, one single drive, like a virtual drive, if you will, but it's on one hard disk. But it's a drive.
Okay.
It's what the operating system or computer recognizes.
We could argue this all day long, but what we're going to do now is tell people what we've got coming up next. And, I know that a lot of you out there have gotten digital video recorders for Christmas, and we're going to show you how to use them properly. We're going to take one out of the box and show you. So make sure you stick around.
Just see you a couple seconds ago. Regardless, welcome to hour number 4 of the Call for Help-A-Thon. I am Chris Pirillo, and this is still the show where we love sharing our knowledge of technology with the entire world, whether you're tuning in live on television or through our live stream on the internet. We're doing this for 18 hours this time. Of course, again, I said we're hour 4, so 18 minus 4 is 27 hours left in the show. In this hour, we're going to take a digital video camera out of the box, like Kat said, set it up, just like you might be doing at home right now or you tried to do yesterday. We're going to show you what kind of stuff you're going to need to watch it right when you're using your camera for the very first time. And, of course, we'll see how many of your live calls and net cams we can get to. So if you have a question, talk to these guys back over there. We're talking to Craig. He's the one taking your calls. And then Kat is the one that's going to give you the information right now.
That's me. I could do it with my eyes closed. Want to see?
Sure.
If you would like to ask your question on the air, give us a call. The number is 888-989-7879. Chris is running over here.
Well, you said you were going to do it with your eyes closed, so I was going to make faces.
Okay, or you can email us, callforhelp@techtv.com. And if you have a netcam, head into the netcam Cineplex chat room, techtv.com/callforhelp. Also, I'm in the chat room now. I swear. Now I'm opening it up. Look, I'm saying hi to you. Now everyone just goes nuts. And so go in there and chat with me, and we're going to be checking out the message boards all throughout the show. People are going nuts in there, too. It's really a lot of fun. So come interact with us and help us out. We've got how many more hours?
Cheater.
Oy. Cheater what?
You open your eyes.
Chris, I can do it with my eyes closed.
All right. Well, let's see how many callers we can get to in this hour. Let's get that number going.
Okay, well, Paul had a suggestion, the executive producer. He said that when we answer messages, that should include how many people we've served.
Well, let's try to get 100 calls.
Okay.
Actual calls. All right.
Okay.
So
we're just going to do calls.
Do we have anybody?
Yes, we do. We've got Scott from Chicago, Illinois.
All right. Scott.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
Good.
Good. All right. What can we help you with today?
I'm looking for a program where I can burn old-time radio programs at the lowest bit rate, and that seems to be 32 kbs, and I haven't been able to find one at that slow a bit rate yet.
Oh, okay. So and this is a good thing because you're taking old. You said music, old audio stuff?
No, old radio programs from the 30s and 40s and 50s.
Okay, like spoken audio stuff, like plays when they used to do all that.
Right.
You're talking about a lower bit rate, which is good because it's a lower quality. But way back when, I mean, the recordings from way back when were not CD quality audio for sure.
Correct.
So anything over, what you're set at about 32 kbps, kilobits per second, it would be overkill. It'd be a waste of space.
Right.
What I would recommend is a program. We haven't talked about it on our show for a while. It's called Music Match Jukebox. Does that sound familiar, Scott?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. I want you to download it. They've got a free version. Oh, look, it's updating the files here. Let's take out the startup thing there. And then in the Music Match Jukebox, this is the free version. You can upgrade to get more functionality, but you should be able to set the recorder format specifically to a certain type. So let's go in there. Let's go settings. I haven't used this in a long time, but in here you should be able to, like the recording format MP3. Is that what you want to save it out as, Scott?
Yes,
All
it's
right.
an MP3.
All right, because, you wouldn't be able to do an audio CD because it would automatically make it 4416, 44, kilohertz and 16-bit audio, stereo. So you'd be talking about a custom quality. See, look, FM radio quality is 64. Let's go custom. Look, you can go as far down as 8 kbps. That might be a little too low for you, though. You can test it, too. You can see what works best.
Okay.
So here, if you want 32, you can set it at 32. You can even set it at a variable bit rate, the VBR. I would recommend not doing that because some players, when you go to play it back, may have issues with the VBR.
Okay.
So just set it at custom quality, 32 kbps, and then you can even have it be muted while it's recording. You can go through, and once this is done, once you start recording, it's automatically going to save it out as that custom quality at 32 kbps. There is, in the Windows Media Player, I'm just for the sake of argument, I'm going to look in here, because I know you can do kind of the same thing in the Windows Media Player. When you go to copy music,
Hey, George.
you can go as low as... You trying to talk to George, Kat? George, by the way, is one of our show's producers. Why are you talking to George right now? I'm trying to help Scott.
I'm sorry.
You nut. You crazy.
I feel like I'm going a little crazy. Did
All right,
you do
well,
that yet?
Scott, hopefully you're not going crazy with us yet, or
No.
maybe you are, I don't know. Here is the option in the Windows Media Player. You can set it at 48 kbps. By default, it's going to go as Windows Media Audio. You could also purchase a plug-in, and I think there's actually a registry patch to automatically make a Windows Media Player save out as MP3s, too. I don't have the link for it, but maybe if someone could dig it up, and put it link on our message boards or on our website so that you can get MP3, save out as MP3s in the Windows Media Player for free, as low as, at least I know, at least as low as 48K. So I would say stick with Music Match Jukebox, absolutely free. You can upgrade to a stronger version, but that's going to give you exactly what you want and a heck of a lot of customization, too.
Okay.
And it'll play your media files just like every other media player on the planet, Scott.
That's good.
So you're safe. Thanks for the
you.
call. Yeah, not a problem. Now, what kind of old-time radio shows do you have? Oh, sorry. Tell me later. Got to go.
Okay.
Coming up next, the Call for Help-A-Thon continues with more answers to your live questions, and I'll find out what Scott wants to listen to over the break. Welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon. I understand we have another mystery caller waiting for us, or me.
Chris, we've got another one, and you have to figure out who it is. I just think this is so funny. And I'm going to add a little number behind me, number 12, now serving number 12, mystery caller. Take it away, Chris.
Okay, mystery caller.
Chris.
Do I get a clue?
Maybe.
Keep talking.
Well, I have my first question for you, though. I have two questions.
All right.
First part is I currently have Windows ME installed on my computer, and I want to upgrade to Windows XP. My first part of my question is, do you have any idea, like, what necessary files I should back up?
Oh, that's a really good question. Earlier, actually, in our Help-A-Thon, we demonstrated Aloha Bob's PC Relocator. That's probably going to do you just fine. I think that's the answer to that question, because you'll be able to back up more documents and settings more so than programs. The programs that you'd want to copy over would be ones that you've already installed in Windows Millennium Edition.
Yes.
Things that don't come with Windows, that you don't want to have to reinstall, that you can't re-download. However, that being said, I would actually say, you could use Aloha Bob's PC Relocator to help transfer your data, your documents real easily, and then go through and then reinstall all the programs. I don't know how many programs you have installed, but hopefully it's not too unwieldy an amount.
Okay.
All right, now give me a clue. I gave you an answer.
Here's a clue, okay? Let's just say, I've known you for a while. Here's the second part of my question. What I don't understand, and maybe you can explain this to me, is back in 1996, when you were roommates with Brad Bergeson, you guys painted your room this grayish-green color. And I never understood, why did you do that?
Wait a minute. Keep talking.
You don't recognize my voice?
Barely, but is it Pasker?
You are correct.
Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. Adam Pasker, another one of my brothers. Well,
Yeah.
in Teak. Sean Brightback just called.
Yeah, I saw. I was watching when Sean called.
Insane.
Yeah.
This guy, he was like the chick magnet. Dude, Adam was like the stud of our house.
I do have a deep voice.
Do you have a picture on the web so we can take a look?
Do I have a picture?
Yeah,
I
of
wanna
yourself
see this
on the
guy,
web.
Chris.
There is one on the at the Teak website.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Oh.
Is that UNI?
UNI.edu/TKE.
TKE.
Chris,
Let's go
did you
here.
not get any girls in college?
That's how I met Gretchen, my wife.
Oh.
All right, let's see here. Where would you be listed under alumni, Adam?
Go to their pictures of past events.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that. See if I can find a picture of Adam Pasker here. Past events. Extreme Roadie Club.
It's not the RCB 1998.
All right. Oh, by the way, yeah, here.
Well, look at you
I think you may
guys.
be here, Adam. I don't know. I don't see you.
I'm the one in the middle.
Yeah, there's me with the big red tie, and then Adam is right next to me. That's
Oh my
Adam
gosh,
Pasker.
You're in the
Doesn't he look
middle.
like a stud? And then
That's me.
Sean Breitbach is right over here. That's Sean.
You guys look
and
like
then
you were up to no
There's
good.
my real brother, Ben, and there's Dave Gable. There's Eric Edgeberg. Oh, there's Nate. There's Eric. Oh, my gosh.
See, there's me right next to you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So that was your second question then?
Yeah, that was my second question.
By the way, that was Beth's choice. Brad's girlfriend at the time. She chose that ugly brown color. Had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I could never understand that.
Neither could we, quite honestly. But Brad was in love, and you do crazy things when you're in love.
That is true.
Thanks for the call, Adam.
Yeah, no problem. Good
Wow.
to talk to you.
Gosh, I'm almost afraid of who they're going to connect me with next. Actually, I'm not. It's good to hear from you, Adam. Thank you for the call. Here's a picture of Adam. This is our organization's website, uni.edu/teak, because I'm a member of Tau Kappa Epsilon. I'm very proud, brother.
Chris,
Now,
what's a
Kat-
chocolate Coke?
What's a chocolate Coke?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing more than go to Max's and just get a chocolate Coke. It's Coke with
Max's?
Hershey syrup in it.
What's Max's?
It's like Max's or Mel's or whatever you call it here.
Oh.
Yeah. Next caller.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
I want to get that number up.
Okay, 13 on the phone. It's William from Brewster, Massachusetts.
William,
Hey, Chris.
do I know you from a former life?
No.
Good. What can I help you with?
I've been hearing a lot about Bluetooth lately.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just wondering, what is Bluetooth?
Oh, it's a phenomenal question. It's a new technology. And let me see if I think it's Bluetooth.org. And if that's the wrong website, yeah, it looks like it's okay. It's a SIG, special interest group, and I think you're going to get a lot of information here. Bluetooth is a technology that was developed to kind of give people an easy way to interconnect devices without necessarily connecting them directly to one another. So the idea is that if I had a cell phone that was Bluetooth enabled and I walked by a printer that was Bluetooth enabled, it would automatically recognize it. It's like a roaming wireless network, so I could print from my cell phone to a Bluetooth printer. Or, like if I had a PDA, I could do the same thing. So the idea behind Bluetooth is that it's universal connectivity for all sorts of devices. And Bluetooth.org doesn't seem to be the website I'm looking for. Maybe it is .com. It may be a .net. I may have to Google it. Yeah, here we go. Bluetooth.com. I should have gone there first. .org will take you to a special interest group website, but Bluetooth.com will give you even more information about the technology. I think it's getting to the point now where if you have a choice to get Bluetooth, get it. There's no reason why you shouldn't or couldn't. If you do a lot of stuff on the go, if you've got a laptop and you want to be connected when you walk into a room with a Bluetooth-enabled laptop, you can automatically recognize a Bluetooth-enabled printer. And again, that's the beauty of it. You're not going to be able to, from a Bluetooth laptop, you're not going to be able to connect to a printer across the street. It's not going to stretch that far. It's not like Wi-Fi, which is set up specifically for internet surfing. Bluetooth is just really for devices and connecting those devices, so you don't have to worry about drivers, or when you're walking around with a PDA or a laptop or a cell phone, you could recognize other Bluetooth devices in that network and operate in between them without having to install anything funky. It just says, oh, I'm here. This is where I can get to. And that's the beauty of Bluetooth. If you do have the opportunity to get it, I would say go for it.
All right.
They're just coming out now with like Bluetooth keyboard and mice. I've never used one before, so I couldn't tell you how good they are, but they may work better than the traditional wireless keyboard and mouse, just because Bluetooth is a different type of network topology than traditional what they used before. I think they've used infrared in the past. So, William, that I think should wrap it up in a nutshell. If anybody's got any experiences with Bluetooth technology, we'd love to hear about it. Go ahead and post your messages on our message boards. TechTV.com/call4help is where you can get to them. Thanks for the call, William. And coming up next, we're going to show you how to get new digital cameras up and running. That's right, and still ahead on Call for Help, or the digital video cameras, by the way. More of your live calls are ahead. We'll be here all day and into the night. Give us a ring. Well, it looks like it's time to reach under the Call for Help Christmas tree. I know, we got a really lame Christmas tree, but just imagine it's right here. Pull out a new thing here. It's Call for Help out of the box once more. If you were really good this year, you probably got one of these. Santa may have brought you a digital video camera, and here it is, the Sony DCR-TRV18 camcorder. I don't know what those numbers mean. Basically, this is a digital video camera. So we're going to set it up. I'm going to take it right out of the box. It looks like it's already been opened up before, but shh, we'll pretend it hasn't been. This isn't mine, by the way. I've got a Canon, which is just as good. Oh, here's a nice little tape. I wonder if this came with it. Sony DVC, digital video cassette here. So I'll set that down, because you don't really need that. Ooh, a memory stick. Did it come with a memory stick? Ooh, that's neat. If you happen to have Sony products, you could use memory sticks. There's 32 megabytes. And instruction manuals, yada, yada, yada. This is what I'm really interested in. I'm interested in the... Oh, my gosh. This thing is small. Really small. There's the strap there, so I can strap it on. And, oh, look at that. There's my LCD thing right there. I wonder if I've got any juice in this thing. Of course, out of the box, you're probably going to have to charge the battery. You're going to have to be careful with that. So I don't know if I've got any juice on that. If I don't, I believe I've got the ability to plug it in. I may have to. But first, I'm going to see what this sucker looks like if we do have any juice left. So let's take a look. On the side here, we can turn on the power. We can turn it on to camera, so that would be a live feed, or set it to VCR mode, and VCR would allow us to play things back. So we're going to try a live feed. I heard it go on. We've got, a blue screen. Asked me to set the clock the set. I almost clocked myself here. All right, I'm going to have to set this down for a second while I unwrap. Thank you. Going to plug these cables in here. Looks like this is that's DC in. That's where I draw my power. Where would I plug this in? The video in cables. See, See if I can find it. Usually there's a hole or a slot somewhere in here. That's where the DC in. Usually it's somewhere in the back. And I've never used this before, so I wouldn't know where it is in. Matt, do you know?
I think I might.
Where?
Miss it.
Sure. Takes a couple people to figure this out. Oh, it's in the front? Oh, that's where they put it. Okay.
Secret panel.
Wow, it's like the Millennium Falcon. Remember when you opened that and there was that secret compartment where Chewbacca and Han Solo could, the figures?
It's the black port right
There
there.
we are. Okay, thank you, Matt.
No problem.
Here we'd have other connections for our digital video camera. This is where we have like S-Video or FireWire. And in here, as Matt had pointed out, I do appreciate that. Here's our audio and video. Plug that in there. Now, if we plug in the other end, it looks like we only have a video feed. If I plug this in, you should, in theory, behind me, see a live picture of the video. In theory, in just a second. Or maybe you'll be able to see it directly into the camera. We haven't quite tried this. This is, again, Call for Help out of the box. Now, I've got this, and it looks like the battery's running low, so I better unplug. Boy, oh, there you go. Look at that. There's Rob Darcy. There's the prompter. See? I'm not reading directly from it. For articles, how to shoot and edit movies, head to our website. They have to tell me what it is. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, oh, we got audience. Wait, hold on just a second. Let me zoom in. Oh, I zoomed out. We've got audience. Hello. They look scared. They look very scared. Hi. And we've got a battery flashing in the middle of the screen. You guys can't see it, but I can. Well, this seems pretty nice. Now, of course, with this, I'm only getting a live... Oh, better stop moving it around. Don't want to make you guys sick. Have another Blair Witch on our hands, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? So we've got the camera set up. That's pretty much how easy it was. If we wanted to connect the camera directly to the computer, if this came with a FireWire cable, which it did, we'd be able to... Wait, no, this is not the FireWire cable. This is a USB cable. I may have to buy a separate one for FireWire. This would allow me, I believe, to transfer still images from the memory stick that would be put in the camera directly to the machine. And it comes with just a regular type of... It looks like one of the ends is proprietary. So proprietary means that it can only plug into one particular port. I've never seen a USB cable like this before, but I think they come with digital video cameras and the like. So before I lose any juice, I can plug it in. This is something you can do, and it may be different. I may have to take out the battery. I'm not sure how this works. And wait a minute. Just give me a second. I'm probably doing this wrong. I've been told that you should plug in the adapter before you plug it into the power source. If that's true, I don't know. Better to be safe than sorry. And of course, read the instruction manual. Definitely want to do. I never do that. That's the reason why I get in trouble. So now I should have some power here. Oh, yep. Looks like I'm on full power. And up here, again, is how you would connect it to the camera. Or, I'm sorry, the computer. This is a camera. You wouldn't connect it to itself. You would use the FireWire port, which is going to be up here. And it's signified Sony's little... Here, let's see if I can get that. It looks like a little eye. That's because they called it iLink before they had standardized on a name. It's been called IEEE 1394, also known as FireWire, or Sony's proprietary name, iLink. It's all the same thing. It's FireWire, straight up. And that's it. Is that all you guys needed to see? Is it? That's it. That's as easy as it gets. It's a digital video camera. I'm telling you, they're easy. Now, as the prompter had said, if you need more information, you can get it on our website, techtv.com/ Call for Help. Coming up next, the Call for Help Marathon continues. Or, I'm sorry, the Call for Help-A-Thon. Call for Thon. More answers to your live questions. Let's move up that ticker. Call us! Ooh, look at that. It's our website, techtv.com/the-screensavers. Oh, my bad. /Call for Help. Go ahead and click that big graphic link up front, and you're going to find everything that we've been doing for the past, holy cow, well, about 4 hours now. That's insane. And we've got 18 of these total. Well, hour 4 Video Madness and, speeding up the net. We'll want to make sure we stay tuned for that. Well, I know I'll be here. What about you? You're going to be here? Good. Because we need you. If we didn't have you, well, we wouldn't be anywhere. Welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon. It's kind of like a regular Call for Help show on steroids, and they're not working very well. Sorry we didn't get any lightning rounds or wired worlds in here, but we thought we'd want to squeeze in a lot of live calls, and we're going to be doing it until 4 a.m. Eastern. It's a long time from now, believe me. It's live right now, what you're seeing on the air. It's happening, and if you want to ask a question, I don't know what asking is, but if you want to ask the question, go ahead and get a hold of us. Now, Kat, Kat and Morgan,
Yes.
How could they do that?
She's here.
I was in the area. I thought I'd just, stop on by, see what's
right.
going on, hang out till 4 in the morning.
Yes, I'm really glad you're here.
Yes.
We're going to have some
I'm the
fun
pinch
now.
hitter.
Yeah. What do you want us to do, Chris?
He wants a collar, I think.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
before we give you the collar, I need to teach Morgan about the little thing. See, there's a button right here, and when we press this button, it changes how many collars we have. Oh, this button here.
Okay.
No one can see that button. That's
Oh, it's
just
a
for
special
us.
button.
Yeah, this goes
Wow.
forward, and this goes backwards.
That is pretty high tech, if I do say so myself.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
You tell him.
Oh, I get to do it. Okay, Wesley from West Covina, Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah. California, that is.
Chris doesn't look like he's ready, though.
Hey, Chris.
I'm ready. I'm just pressing my special button.
Oh, jeez. Do that in your own
belly
time,
button.
please. In the private of your own room.
Okay. Wesley.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, you're on the air.
Okay, I got an IOU for a wireless network.
A what?
A wireless network.
Okay. Did you say
And-
IOU?
Well, it was a Christmas present, but
Oh, okay.
I was wondering, what is the best way to go? Which one?
Oh, so you haven't decided on the hardware?
Right.
All right. Well, for the most part, as far as consumer-grade wireless access points are concerned, you really can't go wrong with many of them. Linksys has traditionally been the one that's been in people's heads. I've got a Linksys at home. It runs okay, fair to mediocre. Its range, it just stinks. It's horrible. Of course, the TechTV Roundup, they listed the D-Link wireless router or wireless access point as one of their top 20 gifts. I know our show producer, George Crow, has got a Netgear, and he was having... George, did you bring that in? I remember you were having issues with it. He got it working, apparently. Was it because of what I said? Okay, he was having an issue with his DSL connection, his specific dialer, PPPoE. Now, are you behind any special kind of internet connection, Wesley?
No, we just have dial-up right now.
Okay, just regular dial-up.
Yeah, in the possible future, we could get broadband, and I was wondering which one is a good one for Xbox also.
Oh, for Xbox. Well, I don't know if you're going to necessarily need a wireless access point for Xbox, but you could get like a wireless access point inside of a router, and then you could connect your Xbox to that router, and that should work just fine.
Right, okay.
The one that I've kind of taken to recommending is a new one. Sorry, I've got to reach under our Christmas tree. This is our Christmas tree. It's not very pretty, is it, Wesley? This is, I believe, the BG2000, and we're going to be setting this up here in a little bit. It's an Orinoco product, and Orinoco has been known for a long time for high-quality wireless stuff, and this is no slouch. This is about the same price as you're going to find for any other type of access point. The one thing that I probably did not like about it is, let me slip off the case, it only has the option for plugging in one particular connection. So it's not like a router where you would have like 4 to 8 different connections in the back of this particular box. You only have one. And then if you have a home network with multiple computers, you would have to get probably a switch, which is what I would recommend, or a hub. But I would say get a switch. You can pick up a 4-port or an 8-port switch for well under $50 anywhere. In fact, I've got a 16-port switch at home, and I got that from Linksys, and I think that was it was well under $100, I'm sure. But this is a nice access point. Everything is software-based. It's good. It's good for the number one reason is range, and that's why I like it. Is because no matter where you are in your home, assuming you have a decent-sized home, you should be able to get online without any problems. Because with Wi-Fi, it's something you got to be aware of. How many walls are in between you and your access point, or how much interference is in between? And the better one of these access points does, the better off you're going to be. So you can get this one. This particular access point doesn't act as a router. You can get an outside piece of hardware for that if you want to plug other things into it, like your Xbox or another machine or whatnot. But this is the one I've taken to recommending, more so than the D-Link, the Netgear, and the Linksys. This one I think is solid. It's got a solid name behind it. Very, very good. All right, guys, I think I tackled that one fairly decently.
That was very nice.
I pushed the buttons. Now,
Did you say how
wait a
much
minute.
that costs?
This one, I think it's right around $160.
Yeah.
Maybe right around $150. You can probably find pricegrabber.com. We'll probably have a good price listed for it somewhere.
Nice. Okay.
So, was that 13 or 14?
Right now we're
You
on
guys
13.
forgot to
We're
click
going
the
to
button?
14. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
Did
maybe
she?
we did. Okay, that was 14.
I just got here. I'm new here.
I'll press the button and you read.
So can we do
Okay.
15? All right.
We have Tim from Rapid City, South Dakota.
Is your name Tim?
It is.
Are you an enchanter?
I am not.
Oh, okay. Well, what can I help you with, Tim?
Well, Chris, I was wondering, how can you make a copy of a live music CD without the pauses in between the tracks?
Oh, okay. So you've got a full-length CD you want to make a copy of for backup purposes?
That's correct.
Correct. And I say that just because I'm not going to get into the legal issues about taking stuff that's not yours. And we're on the clear, Tim. We're okay. What kind of CD burning program do you use right now?
I believe it's the Windows Media Player.
Oh, you just use a straight-up Windows Media Player.
Right.
All right. You're not going to be able to, that I know of, not going to be able to customize the pausing in between tracks. I believe, though, you can use, if you wanted to, something like Music Match Jukebox. And I don't know if it has the option in there. We demonstrated it a little earlier in the show, and unfortunately I can't remember the caller's name. But Music Match Jukebox should allow you to copy the information. Oh, yeah, update available. I don't want to be reminded about that. It should allow you to record directly from the CD, and including, let me see if I can find more information about it, because I see I haven't done it in Music Match Jukebox. Makes tracks clips, prepare tracks, add to playlist. I'm not sure if this is going to give me the option. I may have to check on that for you, Tim. But Music Match Jukebox may be able to help you. You could also use something like Nero, and as long as you've saved the wait a second. You want to copy it and make it another CD?
Right.
I wonder if exactaudiocopy.com or .de, if you've heard of that program before. Exact Audio Copy makes a copy of the music that's on a CD, and I don't know if it's going to allow you to customize the amount of seconds in between the tracks. But there are programs out there that can do it. I just don't know of one offhand. That's the problem. But Exact Audio Copy is free. With it, you can take information or music from a CD, copy it to your hard drive as WAV files. And I don't know if you can burn it out directly from Exact Audio Copy, but if you've got a CD burning program, you should be able to do it just fine. Let me go into what's that, Tim? Were you going to ask?
I was just going to say somebody had said that you could. There was a toggle that would allow you to copy everything in one session. So essentially, copy the whole CD as one track.
In the Windows Media Player?
Well, I thought it might be in that one or another one.
I don't know if it's in the Windows Media Player. I'm going to try to, if there was an audio CD in the drive, I went to the copy to from CD. I don't know if you can copy it en masse. I think it copies it like to the hard drive as WMA files. I don't know if you can go back to a CD, or you can copy to CD or device, I guess. Copy to CD. Maybe you can do it like this if you wanted to copy it back. But I don't know if that's going to burn out. It says CDR, so I don't know if it's going to burn out as an audio track or just as a direct data track. Oh, wait, it says 74 minutes, so maybe it will burn back as audio. All right, so that might work for you. In terms of like ripping, in terms of ripping it as one track, yes, there are ways that you can rip directly the whole thing at once if you wanted to. That might be a hassle, though. I don't know if I'd recommend going that way because, well, you'd be able to edit each song if that's something that you want to do. Is that something you want to do?
Not necessarily. Just trying to eliminate the pauses where the audience is clapping in between the tracks.
Sure. I think that probably... Oh, wait. If you want to eliminate the pauses that are in between the tracks, those tracks are still going to be listed as... They're going to be ripped with that audience stuff in it. It's like a -3, -2, -1. That stuff is still going to get ripped. So if you want to eliminate that kind of junk, it may be best to get it all at once and then segment it and edit each particular file. It's going to be a pain. It's going to take a while because you're going to have to do that for each individual track. But you know what I'll do? We're having the Fez guys in a little later. And I'll ask them, Tim, because they're going to be here, so we will have a solution for you. But these are all ways that you're able to copy music to and from CDs. Exact Audio Copy, Windows Media Player, Music Match Jukebox, Nero, and we'll have all those links for you if you haven't figured it out already on our website. Sorry, Tim, couldn't give you a definitive answer, but the Fez guys will be here. Stay tuned for that. And, of course, stay tuned for us, because the Call for Help-A-Thon is going to continue with hopefully more answers to your live questions. But first, here's Kat with a quick tip.
Save paper by printing only the portion of text you want. Highlight the text you want. In the File menu, select Print. In the Print Range frame, pick Selection. Now hit OK. Do this enough times and perhaps you'll save a tree or two.
Back to Call for Help.
Better than Aunt Margie's fruitcake, you're watching TechTV's Call for Help-A-Thon.
Finally, breakfast. You know, today we're running down our favorite free files of the year in one download each hour. That means you can get help throughout the day without spending any money, because these files are absolutely free. And right now, Phil Ellingham, our managing editor, is going to run you through My Vital Agent while I eat breakfast. I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Running on fumes.
All right, here we go. My Vital Agent. This is a program that was put out by Lucent a little while ago. And what it does is it gives you tons of information about your network connection. It does it really well. Now, Lucent doesn't support this anymore, so you're going to be able to find it on sites like webattack.com is going to have it, download.com. So you have to find it somewhere other than Lucent. But it's still out there and it's available. So check out what this does. We're going to, I have it up and running. It's going to be running on top. I'm going to start something here in the background. We don't have a modem going.
Oh.
See, check. Yeah, see, look at what's going on the screen here. I don't know if they caught that. What it's going to do, it's going to tell you this is your PC. This is actually your local, your ISP's router. It's going out through the web, and then it's going to techtv.com, which is the site that we're actually surfing at the end. So what we've got is telling you how much information it's receiving, how much it's sending, how many bytes have been sent and received. There it's going to go get a little bit more information, what the average is, what the speed limit is of your network, give you where the hang-up may be. The transaction time is over here is whether the client is a network slow, is a server slow.
So this can help you troubleshoot network connectivity issues.
Absolutely. It's actually probably the cleanest information that I've seen for doing exactly that.
Doesn't Mark Thompson from Analog X have a utility that looks a lot like this?
It's very similar, called NetStat Live.
Yeah.
And it's actually, both of these, highly recommended.
Mark is in the studio. Mark
around
Thompson
over there?
from Analog X is back in the studio right now. He's going to be here later. He's actually going to be introducing a free file on the show.
On the show. One that he...
Yes, one that I've been hounding him on for at least a year, telling him he's got to release it. It's something that will speed up your net connection.
So this is a world premiere.
It is the world premiere. In fact, he hasn't even named it yet. He wants the viewers to name it. Today.
That's excellent.
And it's literally, it'll save you so much time whether you're on dial-up. There's Mark Thompson, analogx.com, over 80 free programs at his website. And, of course, we'll be talking to Mark later in the show.
Fantastic. Well, that's pretty much all for My Vital
For
Agent.
now? All right.
Yeah, after that Mark Thompson thing, it's kind of pale.
It's not Mark's, but it works.
Yeah.
It's nice. And you want to stick around to do a live call while I finish the Yarrows Burrow and bologna, maybe?
Yeah, but it kind of...
That's not.
Yeah, we'll take a call.
It's not the food. I'm sorry, I spit on you. It'll come out. Just get it dry clean. Bill it to me. I don't know. Do we even have a caller on the line?
Yeah,
Kat?
we have a caller. Should I start a message board about naming his little program?
Not yet. I think we've got another way of doing it.
I'm message board happy over here.
Well,
now that
we don't know exactly what it does yet.
No, I can't tell you. It's
it'd be
kind of
hard to name.
Yeah, kind of. But I want to name it Red Stapler. I don't know why.
Because of Milton?
I think a program should be named Red Stapler.
All right.
No, real quickly before we take the call.
Yeah.
Nero. We had a caller asking how to edit the time between the tracks. Will Nero do that? Will it copy audio en masse and then allow you to individually edit the time?
Yeah, it'll actually give you a rundown at the end. There's a gap that it automatically, by default, puts in between tracks.
See, I remember that.
And it's 2 seconds. And you can alter that. So because a lot of CDs, when the one track will run right into the other, you can get rid of it, put it to 0, and it'll play through
go
smooth.
seamlessly.
Yep.
Except for he wanted to remove the audience, too, and you need to use a wave editor for that one. But, all right, so now do we have a caller? Sorry.
Yes, we do. We have Mike from Lake Mills, Wisconsin. I just cut you off there, sorry.
No, that's cool.
We cut everybody off. Mike?
Hello.
We can cut you off, too. No, we won't. Welcome to the show.
How are you doing?
Doing great. I'm full now, or at least getting there. What can we help you with?
Well, I just bought a new motherboard and built a computer, and it says that it supports serial ATA on the hard drives, and I'm not sure about serial ATA and what the performance difference will be. Is it worth upgrading the cost of the new hard drives?
At this point, I don't think so. I think you'd be just fine sticking with traditional drives, and that would be like ATA 100 or ATA 133. I think you're going to get more bang for your buck in terms of performance.
Okay.
And Phil and I were actually talking about this literally the other day. We had someone asking about serial ATA.
Well, serial ATA, there's a parallel cable, actually, and it replaces this old technology.
This is the old cable. Go ahead and hold that up.
This will eventually one day go the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
The serial ATA cable is much smaller. Obviously, it's a serial cable rather than parallel, so it doesn't have as many wires, which is better for airflow through your case, but we're talking about some esoteric things here. Serial ATA is going to start at about 150 megabits per second, a little bit faster than your ATA 100 or 133, but you're absolutely right. In terms of price right now, serial ATA drives I've seen are really large. It's kind of professional, commercial grade stuff.
Maybe in another year.
Yeah.
In another year, we'd definitely say go for it. Here behind us, I pulled up, this is the website, serialata.org. And we've got what Bill was just holding up. I think that was just a 40-pin cable, though.
Yes.
Looks It looks smaller.
This is a 40 pin.
Is that a 40 pin?
Yeah.
And this is an 80 pin cable up here, a traditional drive cable. And we were connecting a DVD drive earlier. We use this cable. When we connect hard drives, we would use this cable. And the serial ATA, if Phil didn't mention it, is the new standard. I think it's kind of what we're alluding to.
Yeah, it's going to be, you're going to see motherboards are going to support it now. The drives are starting to make it to market. You're probably not going to see this widely used in consumer desktops. Like we said, I'm guessing a year, but you know, it's going to fluctuate. Depends on how fast the industry wants to push this
I would
stuff.
say a year or so. If you're really hungry for some performance on a hard drive and you want to keep your case clean, think about external drives, like a USB 2.0 or a FireWire drive.
Oh, yeah. This motherboard just supports it for RAID array, too, and it only uses the serial ATA for the RAID array, so that's what I was having the problem with.
It's great to have that motherboard because when we get in a year from now, you're going to want to upgrade, and this stuff is going to be more prevalent. Then you're going to have that option available to you. So great as an option, but not needed yet.
And he said RAID, and all that is like having like a automatic backup. Like whatever you do on one drive would automatically be mirrored on another. And actually, Mark and I were just talking about this yesterday, too. It's nice because in case one drive crashes, you didn't lose any data because it's on the second drive. So that's what RAID is. But thanks, Mike. Thanks for the call. Now, up next, I think Kat and Morgan are going to take over while I eat some more breakfast and take a lozenge or two. They got a cool place to find about all the mistakes in Hollywood movies, you know, because they make mistakes all the time, like in television, only in the movies. And they'll tell you what it is when we come back.
You don't think so.
You don't.
Have you ever been watching a movie and noticed something horribly wrong? Maybe you saw a camera operator in the background or someone coming out of a swimming pool bone dry. I've seen it. Well, I found a resource that's going to expose these kind of things. I'm going to share it with Morgan right now. This is so fun. You ever checked out these websites?
I haven't. What's going on?
Okay, the first one is slipups.com. And these sites, you can't see the mistakes, which is something that I didn't like about that. But what you can do is
probably copyright issues involved in putting the pictures of the movie on the internet or something like that.
Yeah, which would be cool. But you can kind of think in your head, oh yeah, do I remember that part?
Right.
And next time you go to watch the movie, you can watch how they messed up.
I bet you go straight to Blockbuster after reading this site, trying to figure out what it is. All right, so give me some good ones.
Okay, so the slipups.com website, it has movies, television, books, and quotes that have mistakes in them, right?
Like Ein Berliner.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Do Austin Powers.
Okay.
I want to do that one.
But check out how many they have, dude. Like those
movies do not all have mistakes in them.
They do, and people point them out, and you can actually submit them. I'll show you how to submit them in a little bit. But Austin Powers. So check out how many mistakes this movie has. All right. So you can check it out, and then what you can do is you can vote on them. So like this one. It talks about his teeth. After Austin Powers goes back in time, sometimes his teeth are clean, and sometimes I said sometimes.
I'm totally going to look for that.
Oh.
And you think I would have noticed that because I've watched the movie like 27,000 times, and I can recite it.
Yeah,
but I didn't notice that his teeth were sometimes clean.
Some for me.
No, just go.
Come on. There's another website that's similar to that, but it points out things that are actually supposed to be in the movies. Oh wait, don't look at that yet. That's later. It's called eggs.com, and this has Easter eggs, like little teeny tiny parts about programs and movies that are supposed to be in there, but you wouldn't know where to look for them unless you came to a website like this. So like on the Aladdin movie, watch for the part in the movie when Aladdin goes to visit the princess on the balcony. You can hear a soft voice whisper, "Take your clothes off."
Oh no!
What would the little kids
I'm all
do?
scandalized. I'm gonna have to check that one out too.
Yeah,
because I don't believe that they would do something like that.
And there's so many in here.
You know, a lot of software has Easter eggs, like you said. Like Excel 97 has this like flight simulator. You can fly a little plane like all around, but it's a very complicated thing. You have to go to cell.
Oh, you do.
The 1000th cell on the one side. It's a very complicated
Have you ever
procedure.
done it?
Like you would never find it accidentally.
Yeah.
Yes, I have done it. I mean, it's not like that fun of a game. But
Yeah.
And there's Easter eggs in like a lot of software.
Why do they have them?
I think the developers get bored of working on database software maybe, and like want to stick something fun in there.
Right.
You can like fly around and you see the developers' names on the on little placards.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's kind of like a little graffiti.
Nice.
It's like software graffiti.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They have some of the computer application Easter eggs in here, like this one. Oh, for Sims, what you can do is Sims 3000 or Sims 2000, SimCity 2000. You get into any SimCity and then you type joke, and it doesn't have to be in caps, and then you can just laugh because I guess a joke comes up. So that's pretty cool. Huh. We'll check some of these out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a message board thread.
Oh, cool. You are message board happy, aren't you?
I know. I can't help it. They're just so fun, and everyone's into them right now. And we're going to see if you guys have found any Easter eggs that you want to share with us.
Oh, I bet there's some good ones out there. I don't think I watch movies close enough.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, we'll check some of them out. So you'll check out our website. The address is techtv.com/call4help for the details on this. And also go to the message boards. Morgan, you should put that simulator directions.
Oh, yeah, the Excel 97. I got that on I wrote an article on that a while ago.
Cool. So we'll check that out. Email me, kat@techtv.com. Tell me if you have found any Easter eggs, or post, whatever you want. All right, so coming up next, the Call-A-Thon continues with more answers to your live questions. So start interacting with us.
What number are we on, 15?
Where it was. I knew I forgot a present back then. 1985. I left it underneath our tree. All right. Well, I think we got a little time to take some message board threads and call for help emails. No, wait, just a second. Can you guys both giggle together for me?
No.
He.
No, like earlier you were like Beavis and Butthead.
That's us.
Yes.
Except not.
Like female versions, only nicer and attractive.
Yes.
All right. So, so what are people asking us right now?
Okay, I have a question for you. When I boot ME, how can I get rid of the darn password screen?
Ooh, good question. I would say the easiest way to get rid of that entirely is to use Tweak UI for Windows 98, which should have come on the CD-ROM, or you can download it probably still off the web. I know it's on Microsoft.com somewhere.
Yeah, you can still get it, definitely.
Yeah. Tweak UI, though. You want the one specifically for 98 or Windows 2000, not the XP one. That's different for XP. That's the way I do it.
Cool.
Is that the way you do it?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Let's see. There's 195 people now telling us what they got for Christmas. But our message boards are really slow right now, and so is our part of our website.
I don't think people realize we're live right now.
Yeah, we are live. Someone's being naughty on the message boards. He's going to get booted. You better watch it.
Yep.
All right, I got an email. What exactly is the blue screen of death?
Do you want to see if I can pull one up?
Yeah, go.
I doubt it. I don't want to. No, blue screen of death would be in Windows when something's not working right, like a driver. All of a sudden, it's happened on the show before at times, the screen will suddenly turn blue, and you'll get this weird code saying Windows module DLL has crashed. Yada.
Right.
In fact, it looks something like this. Let me pull up my website at lockergnome.com. Let's go www.lockergnome.com. Just do that. And what it'll do, I made my 404 like a blue screen of death. This is kind of what a blue screen looks like. So this is a 404, or page not found. So if you went to LockerGnome and pulled up a page that's not found, it's just a funny way of saying I couldn't find the page.
You are funny.
I thought it was neat. I mean, it's kind of like a geeky way of, it's the blue screen. That's the blue screen of death. Because once you get that, you cannot pull out of it a blue screen. You really can't pull out. You have to reboot the machine.
I wish they would make it a little bit more user-friendly, like sad computer, please restart me.
You know,
as opposed
over
to like death, evil, computer explosion. I mean, it's really intimidating for someone who doesn't know that much about computers.
At sysinternals.com, you can download a blue screen of death screensaver.
You can?
Yeah.
That sounds like an evil joke to play on your friends.
It's fun, though. Oh, it's a lot of fun. All right. That was cool.
You got another one?
Yeah, I got some real quick for you. How do I change the default application program of files so they open with his desired application? I think you understand what he wants to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that in Windows XP by right-clicking on the file and going to Open With, Choose Program. But if you don't have XP, if you've got an earlier version of Windows, you'd have to hold on to Shift and then right-click to get to that Open With prompt. And then when it says Choose Program, you make sure you put a check mark in the Always Use the Selected Program to open this kind of file. That's about as easy as it gets in just about any operating system. Windows XP, I think, does it really nice. And it maybe Millennium Edition has the Open With menu as well. But I like it because you can choose between a few defaults, automatically from that menu. So.
All right, Christopher. Cool. Well, we're going to tell people that they need to stick around because we know that a lot of you got wireless routers for Christmas. We're going to show you how to set them up. We know they can be kind of tricky.
Yes, and we have home networking expert Gordon Van Zyden. He's here. He's going to join Chris, and they're going to set up a router from start to finish. You're going to know how to do it. It's going to be great. So
and call us.
Stick around. Give us a call.
welcome back to the Hour 5 thing of Call For Help-A-Thon. I'm Chris Pirillo, kind of tired, but I'm still here. Still the show where we love sharing our knowledge of technology with the rest of the world, and so much that we're doing it for 18 hours this time. Hour 5, 18 hours. You know, it's actually going kind of fast. It's going kind of fast. Hopefully it won't go too fast, though. So those of you who've been watching the whole time, I salute you with my 3-finger salute. That's what I do. Control, Alt, Delete. In this hour, one of the hottest topics around, we'll be talking home networking with Gordon Van Zuyden, as Morgan had said. He's the president of Cybermanor, an outfit that installs networks in homes here in the Bay Area. Guy knows what he's talking about. Trust me, he's been on the show before. We're going to be taking that wireless router that I was holding up out of the box. Well, it's already kind of out of the box, but we're going to pretend once again. Put on your imaginary make-believe caps, and we'll pretend. We're going to set it up and then take live questions as well, yeah, because it's Call For Help-A-Thon. We're only on number 15, so you got to give us a call. Now, Kat, Morgan, how can they do that? Remind them again.
Okay, listen, if you want to ask your question on the show, pick up your telephone and call us. The number is 888-989-7879.
You can email us at callforhelp@techtv.com.
And if you have a Netcam, head into the Netcam Cineplex chat room at techtv.com/callforhelp.
And we will be checking the message board throughout the show, so get in there and post. Kat is message board happy.
Totally
post. It really makes her happy.
Yeah, and we're also in the chat room right now. We only have one computer right now, so we're kind of switching off between the two of us, but come into the chat room. There's 155 people in there now, so it's a little hectic.
It's a party in the chat room.
So yeah, it's fun. So come and join us.
This is like, even if it's not a world record officially, I want to say thank you for everyone who's participating. I mean, this is really... Tech TV has never done this, number one.
Right.
Number two, I mean, we've got so many people helping us today, not only from Tech TV, but people that are just coming in. Audience members. I think this is Gordon's family. Yeah. Gordon Van Zuyden's family came in to watch Gordon and me make a fool of myself. Actually, they came to watch Gordon. I just happened to be a bonus. Gordon's back in the lab right there. He looks like Mario from Super Mario Brothers right there. Actually, no, wait. That's Luigi, or Mario. He's like a combination of the two, and then Phil's right behind him. But we've got a lot of people that came in, and the fact that it's interactive, I was surprised that Tech TV actually went for this.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Was it your idea?
I'm sure it's a lot of people's idea, but I kept pushing it, and then Peter Hammersley, one of our executive producers, said, day after Christmas, and Paul had supported it all along, and Paul is over there. He's been my coffee surf, and my bologna surf, and my cheese surf. That's a king surf.
Let's get on with it, Chris.
Oh, we got to get on with. Sorry. So we have to the surf. Yeah, as in a servant. All right. Can we do 16?
Yeah, we can do 16. Morgan, you're going to hit the button this time.
I hit the button.
Right now on the phone, we have got Perry from Durango, Colorado.
Perry.
16.
Perry. Hello.
Hello.
Perry? Hey, you're online with us.
Great.
All right. What can we help you with?
Well, I'm a fairly new computer user, and I've been able to navigate my way around Windows, XP, and everything, but the one thing I really don't get is the run box. To me, it's like another language. I've seen people type things in. I thought you could just type in a program, and it would bring the program up. And right before the commercial break, I saw you type a URL in, which I didn't know you could do.
Kind of secret. Boy, you are picking stuff up left and right, Perry.
I'm trying.
Seriously, you got it, but you hit the nail on the head. The run command is kind of like a callback to the older days, and I'll show you in just a second. The run command, of course, is sitting under the start menu, under run, and you notice, too, that I typed in a URL or a website address, and it launched my default browser, that being Internet Explorer. You can do that. The run line, it allows you, as it says, to type the name of a program, folder, document, Internet resource, and Windows will open it for you. That's not always the case. You'd think, well, I want to run Microsoft Word. So you think typing in Microsoft Word would work, when in fact what that does is open up a folder called Microsoft, and that's it. So that's what it would do. It wouldn't open up a program, it opened up something else. It had automatically thought was just the word Microsoft. So what this does is it knows this little command box. Think of it as knowing what's on your system, as long as what's on your system is in the path. I know it's strange and kind of freaky, but the path is kind of like a tornado. Everything that's in its path gets wiped out. Well, think of it much the same way, the run command line. Everything that's in its path, it can see, it can use. So the actual EXE file, the actual program name for Microsoft Word, and I actually saw this on the screensavers too, is WinWord. If you want the shortcut, you type in WinWord here in the run command dialog, and as long as you have Microsoft Word installed, when I hit return, it should launch Microsoft Word, because it knows where that program is sitting on the hard drive. So if you want to get to the run command quicker, and I used to get yelled at all the time because I rely a lot on typing because I type faster than I click. Instead of going through the menu and looking for the icon, I like going directly to it. So if I wanted to open up Notepad, let's say, I would do a Windows key R. That would pop up that run command dialog automatically, and I would type in Notepad, because that happens to be the program's name, and it happens to be in what they call the path. So as soon as I enter that in, boom, Notepad launches. If I want to open up Microsoft Paint, that code is MS Paint, I believe. Hit enter, and it'll open up my little bitmap editor right there. So, as you had pointed out, you could also type in web addresses. It'll keep a history of all the websites that I've visited here today, like 545 Studios. Or if I wanted to type in something new. What's your favorite website, Perry?
TechTV.com.
Oh, we love you. We didn't even pay you to say that. Maybe we can we send Perry something? Let's send Perry something. I think we'll find something for you, Perry. Oh, you want a T-shirt?
Yeah.
We'll send you a T-shirt then, Perry. Yay. We're that nice. So I would type in www.techtv.com. That's important. You got to type in that www, because if you don't, that's a shorter way of saying www.
So it's
run out of breath.
Just the same as the address bar.
Yeah, it is. If you do techtv.com, it's going to say, I don't know what it is. It knows www will launch the browser, but if you just start out techtv.com, it doesn't know what that is. So as long as you got www, you should be safe. Of course, you could always start out with that HTTP stuff.
Okay.
So that's the run command dialog. I use it all the time.
Okay. Well, can I just ask another part of that question? How do you know the codes for like WinWord and
It's a good question.
There's certain codes that you type in. How do you learn those?
How do you learn them?
Yeah.
Usually, you find the program's name. Like here, let me go into my computer.
I'm just
local disk, and I know it's in my path. I know that whatever's in my Windows folder is in my path. So I can type in Explorer, and this is a program, and that would launch Explorer. There's that Notepad program, so I could type that in. There's the registry editor. You got to be careful when you do that. So all the file names that are in the path will automatically launch through Run. So you learn it. Well, we throw in tips every once in a while, and if I could get our web team back there to maybe list a handful of their favorite shortcuts for the run command menu, we'll get that in there. But that's the long and the short of it. It harkens back to the days of the old command prompt where typing was the only way to go. Thanks for the call, Perry, and it was very, very perceptive of you to notice that you can launch websites from there. Good tip. Now, coming up next, home networking expert Gordon Van Zuyden joins me, maybe his family too. We'll see. We're going to show you how to set up a wireless router, and we'll take more of your live calls. Don't move.
Take the holiday decorations down another day, because TechTV's Call For Help-A-Thon is back.